Video games invite us into extraordinary worlds, some of massive dimensions. Creating such vast playgrounds without breaking the player's immersion is a real challenge, even more so when optimizing the experience across different platforms. A challenge that the Anvil engine was built to overcome.
The DNA of the Anvil engine is to build systemic open-world games.
Scalability was one of the first goals. The idea was to provide a good quality no matter your choice, and also to provide good resolution and good performances.
So how'd we do it? How could we balance our game's need of realism and immersion with the limits of gaming hardware and production constraints?
When we talk about scalability in Anvil, there are two dimensions to this. There is a scalability in the sense that we want to render a very large world, but at the same time, the scalability is also in the range of platforms we support.
At the core of this vision lies a fundamental capability of the engine, rooted in its architecture, large-scale rendering and scalability, or its ability to make massive worlds run seamlessly. Assassin's Creed Shadows is one of the biggest open worlds in the series. Multiple processes and solutions needed to be planned from the get-go to make sure it stayed strong and cohesive as the teams filled it with dynamic systems and content.
In this kind of game, the scale is the main challenge. And we have to handle very tight budgets for memory in general because we want to fit as much details as possible. So streaming was definitely a challenge, and making sure all the dynamic systems behave in a cohesive way together so they deliver the best result.
If you start to see popping, it broke the experience. So that's something that is pretty complex to achieve. And within Anvil, we have a lot of automatic systems that adapt to the situation that will do the work for you. So the artists only focus on quality.
If we go back in time, we can see that the Assassin's Creed games got bigger and bigger. So at the start, they were more like what you could define as open city games, but later on, the games got much bigger with Assassin's Creed Origins, what we would really truly call an open world.
We have a lot of subsystems to maximize the long-range rendering. This creates LOD continuity between one asset that will become one tree at 2, 4, 6 kilometers away.
But there is also a second layer of scalability to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Creating a groundbreaking immersive open world was not the sole objective. It also had to be adaptable to comply with as many gaming platforms as possible.
One of the magic of the system is also to work with context. If you're in a game, or if you're in cinematic, or if you are in the hideout, we can change the entire rendering properties and adapt to the current situation to keep good performances and good quality.
If the engine wasn't scalable, for example, it would have meant much more scoped areas, maybe in more closed environments or smaller maps connected to another by loading time.
The objective was to keep super good quality from close range to super long range.
The Anvil engine allows Assassin's Creed Shadows to immerse the players in its dynamic rendition of feudal Japan in seamless fashion. Thanks to scalability and large-scale rendering technology, the teams have developed the means to achieve their creative vision and to keep delivering quality experiences on a large spectrum of gaming hardware. They are setting a new standard for video game open worlds.
The future of Anvil, I see it in multiple ways. I see continue pushing the dynamism, having a better living world, giving tools and technique to creative teams to achieve their goal. Shadows was the first step toward the future.